Where we go? And scroll down there. Yep. Here we go. Right, Saturday's stream. Here we go. Man, with Star Wars, The Old Republic. So we now finally reach the first expansion the game received. And
Use of the Hutt Cartel.
you came in only at the Hutt Cartel.
Still works.
Yeah, but it's not the full name, so.
Meh.
Eh,
I was just sticking some toxic sacks
yeah.
on. The sprues come with 8 toxic sacks, though it states in the rulebook you can only attach 1. But I don't think it really makes a difference, really, does it?
But I think it's just because they made them, like, the way biomorphs used to work in the Tyranids in the past was a lot different. So that's probably, it's just probably, like I say, a leftover remnant of that. Because
Yeah,
what,
I'll
that,
just stick them
that
both
kit
on.
was, wait, which kit is it you're doing?
Gene Stealer.
Yeah, that's like a 4th edition kit.
You sure? Well, they've not changed it
Nope.
since 4th edition.
No, they've done like some random extra Gene Stealer kits in the time, which were, you know, box set odds and ends. But beyond that, I do not recall the Gene Stealer kit itself being reissued. So I could be wrong, but I just cannot recall it being done.
But you're saying that Gene Stealers haven't actually been printed since 4th edition?
No, a new version.
Or a new version. Well, I mean, that might explain why there's whenever I look at the sprue pieces,
Maybe
there's
even
a
3.
lot of,
It might even be 3.5, you know. But
well, it
yeah.
might explain why there's like a lot of mold lines.
yeah, the molding part is probably very, very worn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I had a very interesting duel yesterday on Master Duel. So there's an archetype that was released at the very end of the Vrains anime, the Link one, called Atignista.
Right.
It's the one that the protagonist's AI companion uses when he becomes the main villain at the end. Spoilers. But it's basically its goal is to get out its Link rating 6 Link monster. And well, its attack points are equal to the number of monsters used to Link summon it times by 1000. It can destroy a card on the field to create a 0 attack, 0 defense token. And it is unaffected by other card effects. And my opponent managed to get it to 6000 attack. So, I had to work out a way to get a monster on the field that was able to basically destroy it in battle. And it had 6000 attack. But somehow I set the game up, I set up the board perfectly for me to win it. Because basically my only hope of getting to such attack points was through a Link monster I put in my extra deck called Boral Sword Dragon, where when it attacks a monster, it can gain half of the attack points of that monster, and then that monster loses attack equal to the amount gained.
Yeah.
Only thing is, it will be unaffected by that part, but the first part of it, it will still gain the attack points. Being a 3,000 attack point monster already means its attack will go straight up to 6,000, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. So you hit into it with a 6,000 attack monster that can't be destroyed in battle, and it will get rid of it. Only issue was he had a card in his graveyard where if one of his Adagnista monsters battled, would be destroyed by battle, he could banish that card from the graveyard to protect it. So I also needed a way to get rid of that. And also, Borrelsword, I still also needed to actually kill him, right? Like, finish the game.
Yeah.
And Borrelsword Dragon has an ability where you can change one monster your opponent controls from attack position to defense position, and if you do, it can attack twice this turn. Now, his token was already in defense position. And whenever I used my Ogdoadic monsters to sort of try and bait him into summoning another monster out, he would just not take the bait. So I had to use something I never thought that I'd have to use. But I had to basically use the effect of the Ogdoadic monster called Logos, where when it's sent from the field to the graveyard or special summoned from the graveyard, which I managed to special summon it thanks to Monster Reborn, you can target one monster your opponent controls and one monster in your opponent's graveyard with more attack points than that monster. Special summon the target from the graveyard and then send the monster on the field to the graveyard. So, he had a 0 attack token. I special summoned a 100 attack point monster from his graveyard into attack position. So then, when I was able to create Borrelsword Dragon, I could change that monster to defense position, and it will get 2 attacks that turn. Also, I had one of my Exo-Sister monsters out, and I managed to bait him into taking a card from his graveyard and adding it to his hand through one of my Ogdoadics, which allowed me to change it into the Xyz monster, which its effect allows me to banish banish one card my opponent controls or in their graveyard, which allowed me to get rid of the card that would have protected his big boss monster. So then, I was able to slam into that 6,000 unaffected by other card effects monster and get rid of it. Attacked with my Exo-Sister into his new monster I summoned from his graveyard, got rid of it, and then I slammed him in the face for 6k damage to win. Like, I thought, like, at that point, like, I thought by the time he summoned that 6k monster that I just wasn't winning that. But, because it's like, how can you get a 6,000 attack point monster normally? But I somehow managed to pull it off. It was incredible. So, yeah. So how's your day been?
Just quiet.
Cooler, I imagine, too.
Barely.
Because it's actually very cool over here. Thank God. Yesterday was hell.
Yeah, I know.
What do we have to do for, to start the Puck Cartel?
There's a thing to do on our ships. I was trying to do a thing and I just got a little sidetracked there because someone decided
Go. I was kind of tempted to try and see if there was a way to stick a 5th and 6th arm to these gene stealers. Because the kits come with an additional set of arms each. Because essentially you have your talons, which you will always put on. But then you also have 2 other sets of hands. You can either attach the ones which look... I think it's kind of like a transformation thing, because aren't Gene Stealers supposed to be sort of like changed versions of people or something
No.
like that? Oh.
No,
What are they meant to be?
I mean, the Gene Stealers themselves are... Well, yes and no, because there's the whole... They infect others, and then their offspring will start being mutated, and it, like, filters through generations and whatnot.
Yeah, because
it's not actually like a actual transformation on the person themselves. It's on their offspring. The offspring are born mutated.
Right. Because I'm just looking at these 2 like other the arm pieces. One of them kind of looks like a 5-fingered hand, but 2 of the fingers, like the 2 fingers on, you know, 2. Basically, it's like you're doing the Spock, you know, the Star Trek thing. Whatever. No, it's not Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. We come in peace. The 2 fingers
yeah,
together.
that is
on
Star Trek.
the V. Okay,
One of the few things I know on it. So.
Yeah, it kind of looks like 2 hands where it's the 2 fingers are kind of stuck together, right? And then the other set look very similar, except the ends of the fingers have kind of merged into a claw. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's now like there's like a talon on the ends of the 2 fingers because the 2 fingers have sort of merged. But you can sort of still see on the hand the bone structure that would make up 2 fingers.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a, you know, a not as mutated version of what the species was.
Well, effectively that kit is what's referred to being made as a pure strain. So, you know, fresh from... Oops, wrong click. Fresh from the hive mind.
Ah, right.
So
probably not then?
Nah, but it'll just make like a good spare part for converting. Like if you actually do Gene Stealer cults. Even though this was made long beforehand, so I think they just... Like maybe just different design that the hive mind did at one point.
Login rewards. You have to claim that. I've got like 10 email, 10 mail things because of stuff. Because of the guild. Rise of the Hut Cartel. Right, let's see what's all this then. Inviting in guilds. Okay. Bunch of guides that the guild has been sending out to everyone. Like how to get 326 power level gear, how to get 330 power level gear.
Yeah, that's more for operations. Because Oh yeah, you need like super high level gear if you're going to manage operations.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a thing. Behind me. Well, I mean, the only thing I've
Yeah.
really been doing today, I was reading through Liber Astartes, so I got that today.
Alright.
So, not too much has changed from the previous book. Which is actually nice because it's not as restrictive to some degree as the main 40k books have become. There are a few bits that they've culled or reworked, but it's the culled stuff, the things that people just never cared for in the first place. So possibility that one.
Thank you for your patronage.
You see anything
So,
you like?
you
Just let me
know,
know.
Yeah.
and then just some other bits just reworked for
Come back
balance
anytime.
purposes.
We hope our inventory will meet your needs. Thank you for your
You
patronage.
know, that you can never blame that for that sort of, adjustment.
Yeah. Put that away, put that away. Where do I put these again? I'll put those here. Yep, I think that's... Oh. Yeah! My food's ready.
That's alright, because I'm just looking around at the second.
Yeah, I was tempted to see if I could perhaps try and find a way to attach these other arms. So it's like 6-armed, you know,
Got this
6-armed
repairs. Only the best
uh,
sold here.
gene sealers.
Hmm.
Although it would be a bit odd because of their weapon rating being, well, they're being
Free to
4.
browse.
Well, their attack number, sorry, is 4.
Yeah.
They're having an additional 2 arms, but still only having 4 attacks is kind of a bit, you know, odd.
See anything you like, give me a wink.
Plus, it probably would kind of make it a bit too messy.
Bring your creds back anytime.
You see
Anything?
anything you like? Just let me know.
Yeah, plus just... Yeah, be probably a little over the clustered on it.
Come back anytime.
But I did create those 2 little mini swarms. You know, the swarms where you got to stick 5 of those like worm-like things on a big base.
Oh, rippers, yeah.
Yeah, the Ripper swarms. Yeah, because obviously, because I mentioned yesterday I had 9 of those little mini things. So I had 2 spare small bases from the Adeptus Mechanicus Rangers kit, and I just stuck 2 of them on each of them. So now they're kind of like mini swarms. So I've got like basically a main swarm and then like 2 mini swarms, which I'll basically come up with my own rule set for those 2. I'll be like, okay, so they only do like 2 pistol shots each instead of the 4 that the other Ripper swarm do. Because I think that if I just let me check with the rulings. Ripper swarm, yeah. So yeah, Spine Maws, they have basically there's a pistol 4 type weapon. So I'll just say for each of these mini ones that they are basically a pistol 2, but with the same range, strength, and damage and AP. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to a model in this unit while it is receiving the benefits of cover, an additional 1 to any armor saving throw made against that attack. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go get my food, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, I do not have the reputation to buy that. Damn it. Yeah, so need a re-event to run for that. These are all ones that... Works. Yeah. Get a thing. Can't understand that. Can't. Yeah. That one. Wish they had like a wish list for this. That's 3 months for me. Right, let's just go back to the ship. Ah. Right. Du-du-du-du-dee. Just use that to get down below. Du-du-du-du-du. Right. Okay, let's get this. Ship's mission. Here we go. Okay. Off we go. McKib. Sorry, one sec. Okay, sorry. Just Discord has just flared up with like a million things. Just trying to clear that off because otherwise it's going to get in my way. Right, there we go. Okay. What's this? Okay, that'll be those. Wait for Alex to get back. Did Yeah, I am really not seeing any. Ba-ba-bum. Mhm. Mhm. Oh man.
What would you take
Hmm?
for like if you had a choice between two weapons, where one of them was one sec. Well, one of them was Assault 1, Strength 5, minus 1 AP and 1 D, or Assault 2, but only 3 Strength and 0 AP, but still 1 damage.
Hold up. What unit was this on?
Termagants.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just looking up an online bit here. 25 minus. Weird that the wait, what? Devourer costs the point to take? Or power level?
It just seems weaker. I don't know, because I mean, yeah, it fires 2 shots, but
Yeah, weird it costs to downgrade your gun. Which...
I mean, put it this way: would you sacrifice 2 strength and a -1 AP for an extra shot?
Like I say, I'm just trying to... Let me just F7. What are we looking at? Devourer. Okay, it's not like it triggers any abilities. In a way, I'd go with the stronger one. I'm surprised you'd think the stronger one would be the cost.
I mean, by the sound of it, the stronger one got a buff in 9th.
Well, this is their 9th... I am looking at their 9th edition Codex version.
Yeah. No, I mean as in the flesh borers. They apparently were buffed in 9th.
Yeah, the 9th edition Codex is still 18 Assault 1 minus... Strength 5 minus 1, 1.
No, but that is the 9th. But
Yeah.
by the sounds of it, 8th was different.
Oh, right, yeah, I don't know what they were like in 8th. Yeah, and here's the thing, there are stratagems that boost flesh borer weapons. Which then makes that even more of a weird thing. You'd think the one that has like all this support would cost. That might be where like the buffs came from.
Maybe.
Like, I can't tell you what their 8th rules were like. Cause... Oh, archive, here we go, 40k 8th. Tyranids. Termagants. Yeah, they also had a lot more weapon options.
Oh.
Devourer. Yeah, assault. Devourer was assault. Oh no, flesh borer. Assault 1, strength 4. No AP, 1 damage. So they bumped it a point of strength and AP. Flesh borer, they took a point of strength away and lowered its number of shots.
You mean Devourer?
So yeah, the Devourer, yeah.
So you used to do 3 shots.
Yeah. And they also bumped the Flesh Borer's range from 12 to 18, so it got a ton of buffs. But yeah, they got rid of Spine Fist, Spike Rifle, and the Strangle Web.
Yeah.
Which is
Makes you
kind of...
wonder if they plan on making new models for the Tyranids, where those weapons are more the focus.
Oh, the Spine Fists are still there.
Yeah, the Spine Fists are, but not the rifle. It's just, why would you go Spine Fists over...
Pistol. You can use them in... If they end up in close combat, you can shoot pistols at point-blank range. And there are other little things, yeah. A model can make an attack with a pistol even when the unit is within engagement range of enemy units, though it has to target the unit that it's engaged with in that scenario. So, there is actually a... I mean, it's not much better than a Devourer, but... You know, like I said...
It's got less range.
Yeah. But, as I say, then bear in mind, the standard range for pistols is 18, so... 18 through 12, so... There are
You
a few.
actually basically get to attach 2 as well. So it's basically 2 pistols.
It counts as one weapon for the purposes on the rules there. I believe that's what it was, how it was written. Does it say? Yeah, one Termagaunt spine fists, so it's one weapon. So it's like, firing, from one bullet from each side.
Yeah.
Or, well, one being Tyranids, it's like normally like some sort of devouring bug that digs into your body and eats you from the inside. But the main thing is, well, depends. Some weapons fire different things.
It's always a privilege to stand before the Republic.
Because, like, you've got chemicals they can spit out, you've got freaking explosive, like, lumps of bone.
Why are they wearing elephant bug helmets?
I don't know. Republic Guard back then was weird. Plus, also, she's not exactly the best one. She's not exactly the best Chancellor to exist.
Victory over the Empire lies within our grasp. But first, we must face a cowardly act of unwarranted aggression. Supreme Commander Malcolm.
13 days ago, the Hutt cartel violated Republic space and seized the planet McKeb. They've blockaded the system with 30 Ajur-class heavy cruisers.
McKeb's citizens have formally pledged to join the Republic if we respond to their crisis. We will not abandon them to the Hutt's brutality.
If the Hutts want trouble, they've just bought more than they can handle. I'll stomp those slugs into jelly.
Our response to this attack must be unequivocal. I will not see us defeat the Empire only to war with a parade of aggressors.
Severe atmospheric conditions on McKeb make large-scale troop landings impossible. We need help from local resistance forces to pull this off.
One of McKeb's business leaders, Shedule is awaiting you on the surface. I want you working closely with him.
We couldn't have freed Balmora or Corellia without help from the locals.
Shalem is a patriot who led his people to embrace the Republic. We mustn't desert him. Liberating McKeb is your top priority. But I want the Hutt's ambitions ended permanently. Grandmaster Satil Shan has insight regarding our enemy's future plans.
So it sounds like the better weapon is the flesh borer.
Well, as I said, the spine fist at least has its usage.
But you can only swap all of them on. You can only have
Yeah,
all or nothing.
that's the only thing.
No planet deserves.
Because, yeah, it's...
I'll see the galaxy safe from their kind if I have to kick.
I mean, obviously the fact that you have the Devourer, which
I'll settle for a crippling strike.
you have to... Wait, Devourers... I cannot remember which way around they are on the...
Devourers are the ones that, used to fire 3 shots.
Yeah, that's the one that really still doesn't make sense to me, that you have to pay for that one. Because Gaunts, like, regardless of whichever of the 2 types of Gaunt you're taking, they are, they're the cannon fodder unit for the Tyranids. So, you don't really, well, at least in my head, you don't really want to be wasting, ignore the operation, because those are, like, big, guild raid things.
Right. Okay. Well, it did say item rating needed to be like 146 or something.
Yeah, but it also, wants, like... That's also designed around, like, 8 or 16 players as well.
Fair enough. So yeah, I think basically the Devourers were a bit meta, perhaps in 8th edition.
Maybe.
Perhaps they just kind of overcompensated.
Yeah. I mean, we're due to get a new points sheet update probably next week or 2, because the tournament mission book went on pre-order today. And the whole thing, as of this book, the points updates are going to be free rather than included with them.
That's what I keep telling myself. Don't know if they told you, but
So that's good.
platforms on entry. My baby's got special ion shields to absorb electromagnetic interference.
Maybe
So-
they'll.
Still in for a rough ride. Hopefully we won't land in little.
Well, it's not. They're only changing how much things cost, right?
Yeah. They have changed things, though, to be free in the past.
My shuttle's prepped. Hop aboard.
But they're not going to change its effectiveness, though.
No, but I mean, like, the fact that they might, say, remove the points cost from that gun. That's
Okay,
what I mean.
So if they both cost the same amount.
Yeah, but then you're trading number of shots for... Yeah, it's effectively the quality versus quantity argument, then.
Yeah, and I mean,
Plus the the stronger hitting one has stratagems that can back it up to make it even more deadly.
wait. When did we just come into Ratchet and Clank all of a sudden? I swore we were playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, but I'm pretty sure this is Ratchet and Clank now.
Right, yeah, let's just deal with what's in this town, and then we can, like, get the heroics
Yeah.
kicked out the way.
It is a shame though, because the Devourers look much cooler than the Flesh Borers.
Yeah, and as I said, Flesh Borer gets, like I said, all these stratagem support things, which then, like, that really makes it sound like the one that would, excuse me, get, like the points cost on it. So,
Come in, please.
I mean,
Shayla Mabesta.
if to describe what they look like,
To send the best.
the Flesh Borer kind of looks like an assault, like an AK-47 with some sort of armor plating on the top of it, whilst the Devourer kind of looks like a weapon you'd find from the Covenant or the other group from Halo.
the Flood are a bit weirder.
Not the Flood, the other one.
The
The one that was in Halo 4.
You either work with us
I do not remember the machine ones.
The ones that disintegrate people.
Yeah, the machine, but I do not remember what they're called.
Yeah, those ones. It kind of looks like something you'd find from that, but
Someone will
mixed in
probably...
with the
One of the, like, 3 people, well, 2 or 3 people who ever watch my videos will probably post in the comments. It's this thing, you idiot. Just look, I haven't played much of the Halo franchise. Like, I played Combat Evolved on the PC forever ago. Then when my brother for a while had a 360, he had, you know, Evolved Anniversary Edition and Reach. So that's kind of the limit of my experience, of my direct experience with the franchise. Now I have watched the, what was it? I saw the Forward Unto Dawn live action thing, and obviously I've watched the, you know, obviously the Paramount series. So, yeah. I know some bits from the other games and whatnot, but yeah, it's. I do mean to play through the series at some point. Like,
the Forerunners.
yeah, I know about, yeah, because they're mentioned in the first game.
Is that the one I'm thinking of, the Forerunner?
Forerunners are MIA, I believe. They, like, abandoned everything. Built the Halos to to keep the Flood dealt with, and yeah, I don't. Funnily enough, at that point, they were basically going Stargate on lore. The Ancients ascended away, but leaving all the fancy tech and whatnot behind, and yeah.
Discovered something, and the Hutt sent the regulators to stop her from getting away.
Yeah. Don't you love how it all loops around in sci-fi?
Yeah.
Literally, where you have 2 franchises that deal with giant rings. Just one more giant than the other, but then, yeah.
could all be a waste of time. If the regulators found her, she's already dead.
Even if that's true, her research findings may have survived. If I have to lose my niece, I'd rather it not be in vain. Take my personal shuttle to Friend Mesa. Lane Farrow is our man at the landing zone.
Right. Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, I think it. I think it might be the Forerunners I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of look like a mix between Forerunner weaponry and the Spiker. That's what the Devourers make me
I'm
mind.
trying to remember, because I think from bits, because Martin did have Halo 4.
Because they were the
Oh!
ones with the orange weapon.
I remember what it was now. Prometheans.
Prometheans, was it?
Yeah, like a rogue element of the Forerunners. Again, that really ties in with, as I say, the whole funny like referencing there to Stargate. The Ancients had a splinter faction known as the Ori who wanted to use their power for conquest. Which is kind of what the whole Promethean deal was.
Right.
Right, let's get to Counter-Strike. Let's go on to a different game franchise right now.
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, so like the Devourer looks much cooler because it kind of just looks like a hive cannon that shoots crystal spikes or something.
Don't get what are these terminals? Okay, just a lore thing. Where are we going?
I'm guessing it's through here.
But they were hidden behind a thing I couldn't see through, yet they could see me. Don't you love that one?
Yeah, like it's just a shame because the Devourers do look so much cooler.
Yeah. Tyranid kits are somewhat in need of some replacing in some areas. But they have been... Yeah, a lot of their kits are old. Looks like the warrior kit. Like their last...
Which army's next due to have the next massive sort of revamp? Like the Necrons and the Death Guard, etc.
Death Guard are not quite a revamp because, you know, they weren't their own thing. Like, they, you know, were just, oh yeah, you could just paint your Chaos Marines and, you know, that was it. And then, yeah, 6th, 7th edition when we got the sub-fractions being brought in, so you can paint them all as Death Guard, but that was, they were still Chaos Marines.
Well,
It was 8th when we separated them.
Sub-fraction revamp.
I mean, yeah, because that's the weird thing. Chaos are getting a lot of new kits with their new codex, but it's all, aside from the Possessed, it's all really based on the cultist side of it all. You know, like rogue militia forces. So...
I mean, Death Guard did get a revamp at the start of 8th, though.
Well, it wasn't, say, a revamp. It was actually making them
Oh, yeah.
an army. So, because as I said, they were just a way... Like, again, like pretty much... Well, Space Marines still had, like, the Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Space Wolves kind of their own element, with their own books, but were still dominantly Space Marines. Just with more fancy units, but, like, yeah. Throughout all of Chaos, it was literally... Oh, yeah, you can get a different rule once you got to 6th edition, depending on which one you were, but that was kind of it. The only restriction ever was that you had to dedicate your army to Nurgle if you wanted Plague Marines, you know, Khorne if you wanted the Berserkers, etc. So you wanted any of the 4, you know, actual marked type units.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you were fighting over there.
Yeah, these guys triggered pretty much after the fight.
Yeah, sorry. Could have said.
Well, you were dealing with your own enemies.
Well, yeah, but I went up and aggroed them because they were on the progression route. So.
Yeah, I mean, no, these guys just aggroed randomly.
Well, you got droids that scan, so that's probably what.
But
yeah, so.
But yeah, I mean, which army do you think is gonna receive the next massive revamp? Because like Sororitas got the revamp.
Sororitas, yeah, but like they were ancient. 'Cause they were. Oh no! Oh boy! I actually landed on a cliff. Because like they were still all metal models aside from a couple of things. So like, but then they were they really were in need of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had like obviously Necrons basically have had like a full go over.
Yeah.
Eldar have had a bit because they got a fair few new kits and stuff updated. Although they are still in need of a lot of things overhauled.
Yeah, it's not more of a mini revamp for them.
Yeah. Though obviously the main focus at the minute is bringing in the Leagues of Votan.
The what's?
Space Dwarves.
Oh.
They are a callback to the early editions where we had squats. And, like, yeah, they just disappeared.
So I guess they're bringing in basically a new army to 40k.
Yeah, I mean, it's more akin to, like, the Genestealer Cult and Deathwatch armies. They are, as I said, very early edition stuff, which they kind of just ditched, and they're bringing back.
Can we get steampunk blimps from them? I want steampunk blimps.
I think they're going to leave that for Age of Sigmar, but we are getting, like, hover trikes.
I'll forgive him.
I mean, because because they've been teasing up all the lore involving them in like weekly articles, and yeah, they obviously they share their technology with the Imperium, like on the historical side. It's just when everything went wrong in the past.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when everything went wrong in the past and humanity lost all of its technology, these lots survived it. Mostly because they kind of decided to cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. And they will... but they also did leave some of their own behind, which are what we know as the squats. Which, reunited with humanity and became part of the Imperium. While the Leagues of Votan kind of kept to themselves.
Just trying to imagine an entire army of dwarves.
Just look at Age of Sigmar.
No, but I mean, wielding guns. Dwarves wielding guns.
Dwarves in Age of Sigmar wielded... Well, Warhammer Fantasy wielded guns.
You know what I mean. Space dwarves.
Okay, what do we now do? Oh, we gotta go all the way back there.
I want to see Warwick Davis in a spacesuit.
But yeah, the... actually, if you want to see that, just look at the upcoming squat prospector models for Necromunda.
So, will these models basically be like a proper full army?
Yeah, they're going to be their own thing. Might start off obviously on the smaller side to start with, but they're going to be a thing.
On the scale of Adeptus Sororitas?
Probably like older Adeptus Sororitas, not the newer version. because they gained, you know, a fair few new units with their redo.
You don't think that these guys will get like a bunch of new units?
I mean, so far we've had what will be their basic infantry, this robotic support unit, and their quad revealed. So there's a lot. They have mentioned about their. Oh wait, that way. They have mentioned about their leader. Oh, I'm gonna fight these guys again. But yeah, like, so. But bear in mind, we're not due to have them released until the end of the year. So these are not. Yeah, so it's going to be a while. And plenty of time to reveal more.
Apart from those guys, though, which one do you think they would end up revamping next?
I think it's going to depend on launch armies for 10th edition. Who, well, obviously it would be Space Marines, but as one of them, but
always.
Who is the other one?
I mean, when did the Orcs get their last revamp?
Orcs, I mean, they just got a fair bit as well, like another mini one. I mean, 5th edition as a whole did a lot of revamping for armies. But it didn't really, like, it was just mostly like replace an old kit and include a new thing in it, sort of thing.
And as much as I would love having more variety in terms of what Thousand Suns have, you basically are saying that they're not going to probably get them for
It's
a
going
while.
to... I think now with Heresy being a core game, they might just be keeping an eye on what, you know, what the units are in Heresy that would work to keep around. You know, that sort of thing. It's hard, because obviously, bear in mind, they will write in retcons however they like. So, they can easily just go, oh yeah, this unit, it happens all the time, like when they introduce new things. It's like, oh yeah, they had this the entire time.
Yeah, as soon as Thousand Suns get mechs, any argument as to why Thousand Suns don't get bikes goes completely out the window.
Well, Dreadnoughts are a little bit separate.
Still. If they can pilot a Dreadnought, they can pilot a damn bike.
Do you even realize how a Dreadnought works?
No.
So, Dreadnoughts are piloted, for the most part, and I only say most part because chaos, by fallen heroes of that chapter.
Right.
Now, the reason why I said... Now, this is where the difference occurs in chaos. Sometimes they will strap people into them because failure. As their punishment. World Eaters are particularly fond of doing that. Because they won't give you, you know, any painkillers and whatnot. Like, you'll be fully conscious for the entire process. So it's a very horrific surgical procedure, but like literally, you are essentially just a corpse strapped into these things.
Right, and Thousand Suns are corpses anyway. So what's
Well, only the Psychers would be there. Where are we going? Oh yeah, okay. I'm trying to look at where we're going. I mean, don't you have access to Hellbrutes anyway?
No. Well, yes. But like, obviously that's a Hellbrute.
A Hellbrute is a Dreadnought, is what they call the Chaos Dreadnoughts.
And, you know, it's a model that's shared by many armies. More unique Thousand Suns versions. Unique Thousand Sun models. because the unique aesthetics of the Thousand Sun is really cool.
It's like I said, they will retcon like units into existing because it's just like, oh hey, this thing existed the entire time, even though it wasn't there's been no mention of it in any previous thing. So
I'm gonna start a petition called the Biker Psychers from Mars.
that would mean they would be an Adeptus Mechanicus thing.
You get the idea.
Nah, I think what it would be is, I think a better thing would be is just like literally like a group of like minor psychers all just riding the discs. So not quite your exalted sorcerer type things, but just a squad of them just riding around on their discs. That's a more Tzinch thing.
It is, but also bikes. Like hover bikes. Can we get hover bikes?
I mean, that's still basically what the discs are. Except you look cooler because you're surfing instead of riding. Well, driving.
They won't see us. They saw us.
So, yeah, I can. But yeah, it's whoever goes in the next starter box will be the thing. Like, yeah, orcs were the 5th edition starter set one.
I mean, 5 editions later, they could perhaps pick on it
Yeah,
again.
because 4th was Tyranids. 6th and 7th it was Chaos Marines, but then they just used the same box set because 6th was 6th was changed over to 7th fairly quickly because people had a lot of issues with 6th. So they just, reprinted the rulebook in the box set and were like, okay, just have it. Oh, right, it's all the way down.
Defeat Mandos.
Yeah, it's
Mandalorians.
down
Wherever they are.
this way.
But,
So yeah, they'll
of course everything just started to respawn as soon as we started coming back.
yeah.
Okay, so it was Tyranids, Orcs, Chaos Marines,
Yeah,
Death
but like I
Guard,
said, 6th, 7th was a weirder edition. So phase.
and then
So
Necrons.
yeah.
I doubt it'll be Tau, because why would the Space Marines attack Tau?
The Tau, remember, are trying to assert their own empire.
True, but I don't know, it just seems a bit weird for a starter kit, you know?
It would
Because they're kind of like, I don't know, it just I don't think would feel right, because all of the models that all the armies that were against the Space Marines in these kits have all sort of been more villainous.
Well, Hive Mind is the most neutral you're gonna get.
I mean, yeah, but
Because remember, the Hive
that's
Mind
like-
just wants its food.
True, but then you're talking about Alien. You know, like a film like Alien, and it's like, yeah, well.
I mean, look at those.
Xenomorphs are
Look at the
bad.
Gene Stealers and tell me you do not see the Xenomorph influence.
I do see the Xenomorphs.
I mean, that's the whole reason why, for
Yeah.
years, the Gene Stealers couldn't be used in video games.
Yeah, there's
Because
still
Sega would
villainous.
threaten legal action because they obviously had the Alien IP for video game stuff. And it was, you dare, we sue. And then the moment Sega bought Relic Entertainment when THQ fell apart. Oh, Gene Stealers are now fair game. Because, you know, are they going to turn down the money that they can make from having both of them?
No.
Yeah, it's a thing.
But yeah, so it just doesn't, it wouldn't feel right it being Space Marines versus Tau. Because Tau seem more neutral. They feel more neutral in terms of their appearance.
Well, they have the whole greater good ideology, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, got to bear in mind the comparisons of like Imperium and the Tau. Imperium is a fascist regime, where Tau is just extreme communism.
Yeah.
So, like, and because yeah, Tau will go for the most peaceful way of trying to take planets, diplomacy. Thing is, when they decide that they've had enough of diplomacy, they will invade. So, and there is one major incident in the background of Imperial versus Tau fighting, which is, well, actually had some severe consequences, and that was I can't remember what the Imperium call that region, but the Tau call it Mungath Bay. It was actually a 2-time war because the Tau, you know, invaded, took it all over, and then the Imperium launched came back a few years later to try and take it back. And it ended with the Tau's, like, top-named character being killed.
But yeah, I just don't really see it being Tau.
I guess it depends if they want to continue on the Tau stuff. Because the problem is, like, it almost at the same time feels they don't really know what they want to do with the Tau, because, like, their current codex is just... But their last couple of 2-3 codexes have been kind of meh. Yeah, they've had some okay showings in tournaments, and they were meta for a while, but overall, it's just... nothing goes on with them.
We've got some cool ass designs there.
Yeah.
I mean, do Tyranids perhaps make a comeback?
I mean, especially after... I mean, obviously, like, the big thing for 7th edition was obviously, like, the resurgence of Chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos are meant to be the biggest enemy to the Imperium, and they spent... even, like, through
What the
6...
hell is that sound?
I do not know. That was weird. But they kind of didn't really get much. I mean, it's kind of a pity, actually, when you think about, like, 8th edition, like... Thousand Suns and Death Guard got a lot of love, but the main Chaos Marines were kind of thrown to the wayside for the most part. Got a couple of new kits when they decided to do V2 codex for them, but yeah, they really were kind of just eh. And obviously the story ending from 7th edition, sorry, from 8th edition that transitioned into 9th was the Necrons, because the Silent King had decided. Oh yeah, so deception play. The Silent King had gone, right, time to enact my plan to, you know, take what is rightfully ours, the galaxy, which is the galaxy, what they view as the galaxy, and also, yeah, we kind of need to stop having the Tyranids being drawn to the galaxy. Because... wait, what's that?
So in other words, they were the brain from Pinky and the Brain.
I mean...
Today, Pinky, I will take over the world.
Well, bear in mind, that's what they went to war for, far, well, long before humanity even kind of existed. Where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse. There we go. Like, because the Necromartyr, you know, existed back in the old days when the Eldar were one race. In fact, to be precise, the Eldar didn't even exist. Their creators, the old ones, existed, and the Necromartyr were like, hey, we have super short lifespans, can you fix this for us? And it was like, well, if that, and the old one's whole thing was, well, if that's how you are, that's how you are. And so the Necromartyr, well, the Satan then offered the Necromartyr the ability to fix their problem. Right, what are we looking for here? Gather missile battery.
Missile batteries and regulator weapon droid debris.
Right, where are... Let's see any of it.
I did see some glowing blue bits.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, I see him over there. Sorry, I was looking over another spot. But yeah, Necromartyr were,
Oh, it's one each.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't even count for me either.
Oh, jeez.
So we gotta do these individually.
Yeah, Necromartyr. So yeah, Satan offered the Necromartyr what they wanted, but you know, it was a trick because it was the one known as the Deceiver, and they enslaved them as the Necrons. However, as that was because as they got turned into those machines, their brains were basically, you know.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah.
Those big machines, they just dumped a bunch of the stuff out.
Right, we've got to go further on. Yeah, the Necromartyr, yeah, the Silent King, or Ceres, as he's properly known, he, like him, and like he kind of figured it, realised that, but it was kind of too late, like they were tricked. And so he, well, led a rebellion against the Necromartyr. Well, first off, they went to war with the old ones. And yeah, the old ones then created the Eldar and the Orcs to be their soldiers. And, well, in the end, the old ones just fled the galaxy. And then the Necromartyr turned their, well, the Necrons turned their weapons against the Satan. Pretty much killing almost all, well, pretty much all of them. Then, but because of like these two wars had basically ruined the galaxy, the Necrons went to their tomb worlds to sleep until the galaxy was ready for them to emerge and, you know, rule it.
So, kind of Order 66 in a way.
Reverse though, because they turned on their master. Because, yeah, they in the end, but yeah, the Silent King, though, while everyone went to sleep, he left the galaxy, kind of ashamed that he had allowed himself to be deceived and basically destroy his species. And, yeah, basically the rest of time passes, and from what has been hinted at, it's the battle between the Emperor and Horus that alerted the Hive Mind to the galaxy's existence.
Gather regulate weapons droid debris.
Yeah, it's got to kill the big... It's the regulator weapons droids we've got to kill.
I mean... Who else? I mean, I can't even really think.
I mean, like I say, the Tyranids do have a lot of old kits.
So maybe it's the Tyranids that get the...
Yeah. I mean, there's, like I said, there's also the craft world part of the Eldari that still have a decent number of old kits as well, but the thing there is, that's all on their, like, elite choices and whatnot.
How often do the Imperium go up against the Eldari?
The Eldari will do whatever the heck they want. Craft worlds, it basically normally is a fight against them. But, yeah, it's kind of like... Because obviously bear in mind, the Eldari are, well, at least the Imperium, wipe them out, although certain elements... It can vary on the day, because sometimes the Eldari will come offering the Imperium aid. Because bear in mind, the Eldari's big plan is to kill Slaanesh. And... Well, they... Wait a minute.
Is there actually an army in 40k based on Slaanesh?
Yeah, the Demons of Slaanesh.
Are those the same as the Age of Sigmar models?
Well, not quite, because obviously the Hedia Knights of Slaanesh are both mortal followers and demons.
Right.
Whereas 40k, obviously, the mortal followers are covered in the Chaos Marine book. And then the demons are all in the Demons of Chaos book. Or Chaos Demons book.
Do they actually have, like, marine models?
Yeah, you have the Noise Marines, which are the Emperor's Children Legion unit.
Maybe that one needs to be
Yeah, given they are moving, like, we know the World Eaters are going to separate, well, are separated now from the Chaos Marine book. Because they are not in the new book. They've just released the new White Dwarf, which has all their rules in it. Though you still have to use the main Chaos Marine book for the moment. Let's get to the last one.
What about, do they have unique models, though?
Well, like I said, yeah. World Eater's unique unit is the Khorne Berserkers. Now, bear in mind, they are getting they did announce at Warhammer Fest they are getting a full codex, but it's still a bit of time off. We then... So, like I said, yeah, they're separating them like they've done the Death Guard and the Thousand Suns. So, in theory, separating the Noise Marines, well, the Emperor's Children off to be their own thing would be the only thing left to do.
Yeah, maybe they'll do that, and they'll give them, like, a ton of new sort of noisy Marines. Noisier Marines. No, that's what the Terminators will be called. They're called the Noisier Marines.
Well, it's not just about their sonic weaponry. It's like the Emperor's Children take pride in being like master duelists and whatnot.
Okay, so which one of them uses Dark Magician?
Probably any of their sorcerers. Because obviously, as they are followers of Slaanesh, it's all about pleasure.
So Susie's going to want that one, I imagine.
Well, bear in mind, it's not. It doesn't have to be, you know, pleasure for yourself. It can well, in that regard, it can also be, you know, the pleasure of watching someone suffer. So it's a bit like with Khorne. You know, doesn't care where you get the skulls from, it's just as long as you get the skulls. It's just generally Khorne things like to do it in hand-to-hand combat. But, you know, there's nothing against, you know, shooting them to get the thing.
Yeah.
So it's just they are a much more I want to be in your face thing. So I do know, well, I have a very good idea about one of the units they're going to put in the new codex, which will be probably like a proper Chaos C upgrade of the Red Butcher Terminators, which are one of their Heresy units. No, we both have to do the same one. I thought we could be clever and do 2 at the same time. Prevent them from defusing the bomb.
God, there's a load of them.
Yeah, I was trying to, be careful so we don't, aggro things we didn't want to aggro.
How exactly do they plan to defuse the bomb if they're not even going to come over here?
Well, yeah, but like I say, yeah, Tyranids probably would be a really good option just because there is so much of their stuff that needs redoing. Because new gaunts are needed, both types of gaunts. The Carnifex could use replacing. Yeah, there's like seven or 8 out there. Yeah, so many of their things.
The prisoner. My God, they're actually a long way away.
Well, it says secure the prisoner manifest. Yeah. So yeah, and obviously the Tyranids are everywhere because they come from them coming from outside the galaxy. And yeah, they are popping.
Avoid the big thing on the left.
Yeah, no, just like just an actual dinosaur.
Random Diplodocus.
Yeah.
Well, what's this? Legacy project. Throws debris at a target.
Yeah, it's when your heroic moment is active.
Oh, right.
There's a super powerful version of a super powerful move for each of the 8 combat type classes, story classes.
I never knew that.
Yeah, hold on. Move out of the way. It's a safe spot. If you come over here. Look in your legacy. Global unlock. And look in global unlocks. You're under Republic Imperial class.
Yeah. Heroic ability, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, they're not locked to a particular side. You can use any of them, but as long as you've unlocked it. So in theory, you could nuke something with all 8 of them in one thing if the timer lets you do it. But I mean, the only reason they might do Tau in a starter one is because they've never been in a. They're the only Xeno that hasn't been in a starter. Because 2nd edition was the Dark Eldar. Craft Worlds have been in it, and I believe they were 3rd.
Oh, you said Tyranids were 3rd.
Tyranids were 4th.
Oh yeah. That is what you said, isn't it?
So, yeah. It would be the reason to do the Tau, so... Plus, as I say, the Imperium did kill the Tau's big leader, so they are going to want some sort of payback. And it would actually give some progress in, the Tau's stuff. Because then they could come out with an actual new model for their leader, because while he's dead, they don't let it be known to the public. They just replaced him with a hologram. So people have fan-made because he was this. He was on a floating Pope mobile, as people refer to it as.
Pope mobile.
It's this floating platform chair. And
so Xavier.
Yeah, but except this guy was not disabled. But what people have done for some conversions have basically turned it into a floating Zordon tube. So it's just a holographic head in a tube now. So, yeah. Plus, it would also let them do one thing which people have been wanting with the Tau for a long time. Expand the non-Tau element of their army.
Oh, like the Groot.
Kroot, the Vespid. Their codex and background has had other species as part of them for a long time. We've got the Nisaya, which are an entirely psychic race. There's also the Demurg, who are... Well, they might be retconning their connection a little bit, because they're making it sound like the Leagues of Votan and the Demurg are the exact same people. Just, you know, like, Demurg is the Tau name for them. Because, obviously, Tau have their own names for everything in their language. Like, a human is Guila. And they call the Tyranids the Yahi. So... Yahi! Yeah, I can't remember what they call, like, the Orcs and the Eldar and whatnot, but, yeah.
Probably ay.
No. But yeah, they've got different names for everything, so... So yeah, it might be that rather than having, like, this group of, like, the Demurg be a fully integrated xenospecies to the Tau Empire, that they might now be going down the... That's just what they call the Leagues of Votan, and it's like a group of them that's just kind of lives in the Tau space area, so they keep the peace with them. Because they have established with these preview things that the Leagues of Votan and the Imperium relationship is kind of a... We're not going to annihilate you, but you kind of step out of line and we will, you know, kick you around a little bit. Because, like, squats are considered demi-humans, so therefore allowed in the Imperium. So yeah, they will, So yeah, this just could be, in a way, like a... So it's almost like, you know, they've got like a truce with the Imperium. And it could be that, yeah, this whole group that get called the Demurg have the same sort of arrangement with the Tau. So, we'll see, obviously, when we get to their codex, what exactly is going on there. But, yeah. Like, expand it, because obviously the Tau Empire is more than just the Tau. You know, it's a collective of different species.
Sabotage the landing pad.
I need to get the prisoner manifest. Game. It does the thing to say, you know, give me the plus, you know, as if to claim it, but it won't let me get it. Do I have to wait for this thing to reset?
Maybe.
Right.
Oh, there it goes.
Ah, there we go. At least the landing pad is right here. So... Because, like, for the main actual Tau models, they're all pretty modern, so... I mean, the other thing is, like, in the before we actually had the Tau, the Kroot existed as their own army. The Kroot mercenary army list, so they can always, like, expand the Kroot out to be their own thing again. And just have rules for, you know, oh, you can take, like, a mercenary squad within the Tau. So... There's different things they could do to, you know... Okay, so let's quick travel. Where did we start?
I guess gravity hook 4 shuttle.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's.
We'll know if it looks a bit, you know, more Ratchet and Clanky.
Nope.
Nope, this is not it.
But we've got the speeder we can just use to get to where we need to go anyway.
Yeah.
So we want to get to
Bryn Mesa.
Mesos.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I'm just behind you. Oh.
Oh yeah, this like we totally went to a different area.
Totally.
Ah, man.
Shaylin sent us. You were in charge here?
Reinforcements.
So when do they actually give up doing the voice acting?
Frost, they're here. Speak
I
up.
think. Well, they kind of cut back on it in. I think when we get to the Fallen stuff.
So pretty soonish.
Be either once we're through Shadow of Revan. But then obviously this is where that's also where we then, you know, started having everything kind of integrate together, so it became a lot more convoluted.
If you can't tell the difference between friend and foe, holster your weapon and lie on the ground until this is over.
Why are you looking at me?
Scouts report regulators headed this way. Big group.
Everyone's manning a barricade. Find one and dig in.
Defend the barricades.
So, yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Excuse me.
Holy cow. They're coming in droves.
Yeah, it says we can go back now.
Yeah, I was just picking up an item.
Yeah.
They're shooting a mercenary dropship attacker who says they're friendly. And then it says our guy is grey, which means that they're not friendly.
Meaning they're neutral. Oh no, engaged by someone else. But engaged by another one, yeah.
Well, maybe we can go to that wedding.
Jedi, I've never... Those regulators... You're incredible.
I'll drink to that, Flake. Those mercs will think twice about hitting us again. We owe you one.
You boys have any leads on Lambda, our missing geophysicist? She's the reason we're all here.
Her campsite was ransacked. The regulators must have already captured her and confiscated all the research data. Shaylam's right. She found something important.
I mean, they've also set up, potentially, the Tyranids being the next starter set army, because in the Warzone Octarius campaign books, in the lore section, they mention the Tyranids having several dozen new sub-variants of existing creatures, and at least 5 all-new creatures. One of them we will not likely get a model of, because they classify that one of them is a Titan.
Someone here might know how to slice the regulators' comm frequency and find out what they're doing.
So,
You say that, but then watch them actually release it.
yeah, we are talking about something the size of the Titans that Forge World make.
Good luck.
Not, you know, equivalent to like an Imperial Knight.
Well, we've had pyramids before, so...
That's the heroic mission.
There's probably not a whole lot of side missions here. Those two are still fighting.
Oh well.
Could we have just taken a speeder? No, we can't. How big is Rise of the Heart Cartel anyway?
I've forgotten. It's been a long time. I mean, it is only this planet.
Yeah, though it did seem like there were a lot of travel points.
Yeah.
So could this be the equivalent of like 15 planets?
I don't think it's like that, but it's probably maybe like 2. So.
Are there any other sort of small sub-fractions that could basically be expanded out to be a full army the size of, like, you know, Death Guard, I guess?
I mean, obviously, I mean, they just merged the... Oh boy, they spawned. I mean, unless they decide they want to separate the Harlequins back out from being merged into the Eldari Codex. Because I found that the weird thing, like, merging them in. Then there is also the Corsairs, which are the minute they're only 2 units. But they're like an Eldar pirate group. I wouldn't say they'd go as big as the Death Guard, probably more akin to like the Custodians with the number of units and whatnot. Although I do want to see the Eldar Exodites. Eldar that are more low tech and ride. You've seen the images of like the cold ones for Warhammer Fantasy / Age of Sigmar, like these little like lizards that get ridden. I mean, they're also now known in the cities of Sigmar as the Drakespawn Knights.
No, still no.
Basically, Velociraptor riders.
Cool.
Yeah. You can there is a thing of Eldar like who were left behind when the stuff happened. They sort of went back to more older ways of living and whatnot. So they will ride into battle on various mounts that they can get their hands on. Which in the iconic artwork involves them riding, you know, these alien velociraptors. Because why not?
Yeah.
It's actually on the cover of one of the Heresy novels as well. Can't. I'm stuck on the freaking... I don't think we can play... No, we can't, can we? Can we? Wait. No, wait, you can just walk down here.
I wouldn't.
Oh, fudge. Well, I've screwed myself.
Well, thank God you haven't done that before.
Oh, come on, game! There we go. No, I keep pressing space to jump and my character does not jump. I do it long before the spot where I'd need to jump and just, nope. I hate the jumping mechanics. Jump! up! I hate jumping in this game. I hate the...
Jumping is the basis of all platformers.
Yeah, which I suck at.
Which is why Balan Wonderworld sucks. Because they actually turn off jumping with their mechanic.
I still need to watch... Oh, actually, I think I'll wait until they've done all 8 episodes, but the Beard Bros drunk playthrough. I mean, that should at least be funny.
What the hell is in that van? It's not a van, it's a dolphin.
It's not a...
They're Australian, alright?
No, the Beard Bros are American.
Damn it.
Oh, jeez. Hang on.
What?
There we go. I ended up just falling into the ground a bit, and I couldn't move, so I just had to do the, you know, commands to get out.
You were probably about to enter the back rooms. If you've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
Sort of like a creepy idea, sort of, where people can basically no-clip through the ground, and they basically then appear in this sort of place called the Backrooms. It's a sort of like endless hallways of yellow sort of office walls and sort of murky carpet.
Yeah.
The longer you waste my time, the worse.
Yeah, no, so obviously the Beard Bros, one of them is the completionist, so...
Oh, right.
This is like the other channel. It's also the one where I've mentioned before about the guy that kind of lost his mind playing Dark Souls 3. And me and Susie constantly reference like the TED decks currently. Because Ted is like their video editor, and yeah, they really have not... Well, that Alex has not been treating him probably the easiest lately. And then there's Brett, who's just awesome. Yeah, because he just randomly just crashed in. Because Gerard's dad owns the building they're based in. And like, there's other like game groups that are based in there as well. I can't remember which ones. So yeah. But like, there are others that are based in there, and Brett was with one of these other groups. But obviously he's good.
These beard bros, if they shave their beard, must they quit the group?
No. I mean, Gerard shaves his every year anyway for the completionist opening sequence, because he does like a reverse cut in there. Because like one of them, like one part is, as it calls it, beard mode activated. And it shows like his beard growing out for it. But obviously you can't do that very quickly. So what he does is they do like multiple takes where he shaves a bit off. Where he's shaved a bit off, and then obviously they just play it in reverse. So it starts from the bit where he shaved it all off to when he had it all. I mean, Brett's like he has some facial hair, but he doesn't really grow out on him. But yeah, as I say, he kind of just sort of gate crashed to a degree the Dark Souls 3 playthrough, and they just kind of kept him around and made him a full member of the team since. It was actually funny because Gerard's sort of whole thing in that was like, I don't really care here, I'm just watching Alex suffer, while Brett was actually trying to help him. It was all played in single player mode, but Yeah, it was like Brett giving actual advice and trying to guide Alex while Gerard's just doing his own thing in the background.
Sort of laughing his head off at the same time.
Yep. Yep. Including like the bit that became part of every episode after a while was the sandwich of the day.
Not mine.
Bear in mind, these sandwiches were utter BS because sometimes he was making up ingredients for them. Yeah. Jeez, how far do we have to go?
Yeah, my sandwich today is ham and Luke's blue milk cheese.
I think he did go into. I think he did say like blue cheese, like blue milk cheese at one point, something like that. Oh yeah, they constantly referred to the Estus flask as having a drink of Sunny D.
I think I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah. And the big funny thing was, they had this huge discussion about people overusing the word cringe.
The word what?
Cringe.
Okay.
And so it became a bit of a joke on the title cards that Alex's shield, like, it was just like the basic wooden shield, had the word cringe painted on it. So yeah, they had like the artists have a bit of fun with this stuff. I mean, another funny bit was this is also the bit that gave the whole Venus flytrap joke.
Yeah.
Whenever they started going on a long lift, it's like, what is waiting at the other end? I have no clue. And Brett was just, and Brett was that's actually how Brett said it, pretty much. Because Brett is very chill in how he speaks. And laid back. And yeah, he did the Venus flytrap joke. In fact, it became such a thing that when they did Bloodborne about a year and a half later, the cover art has a Venus flytrap like poking out of the door.
Hang on, getting a distress call. It's her. Patching through.
So yeah, they So, Gerard and Alex's like playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green, because like some of these playthroughs are used as the basis for bits on the completionist. You know, like so yeah, but the Fire Red Leaf Green playthrough had probably one of the funniest, well, some of the funniest bits I've seen, because at the very beginning, Gerard tried to catch a Pikachu in Vermilion Forest, and he asked Alex, "Is like, do you think this move will kill it?" And Alex's reply was yes. And then Gerard used the move, and it knocked out Pikachu, and he held it against Alex for the rest of the run. A case of, I asked if this move will kill the Pikachu, and you told me, yeah, go for it. You were yes, and it's just like, yeah, I told you would kill it, not that you should use it. And there was a point where they'd been away, because in between the streams they got some of the other crew to give a hand with like the grinding and whatnot, because especially for Gerard, he has, you know, other things he has to do. But they'd done like a gaming convention over in Norway. And while away, one of their like support people had pulled a joke on Gerard, because this was while they were preparing to go into Victory Road and do the rival battle there. At the start, one of them, they had gone into Viridian Forest and caught 6 Pikachu and used the nicknames that the entirety of Gerard's team had on them. So yeah, that was because like, yeah, the moment Gerard went into battle, instead of sending out his level like 60 Dragonite, out came a level 3 Pikachu. Yeah. And then when Gerard looked in his team, it just was, that is some commitment to have gone and done that many.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also constantly renamed his Dratini. Well, Dragonair than Dragonite.
Oh.
Well, because he decided to go... Like, Dratini was Buster Nut. Dragonair was Buster Move.
Where am I going?
To the bit that's indoors.
Where am I going?
You not... I don't know where you're going. Like...
I think I just started looping around.
Yeah, I don't know... Yeah, because I'm at where we need to go. But yeah, then when it evolved as Dragon Knight, he called it Buster Rhyme. And that was the gag he had in mind the entire time. So...
Where is this?
There you are. Yeah. But yeah, like Brett and Alex are currently playing through, well, doing a randomized Nuzlocke of Heart Gold Soul Silver. And well, for Brett, it did not start very well.
How so?
Gym 1, they sent out the AI sent out a Garchomp for their first Pokemon.
You're all dead.
That's not dead. I just pushed him over.
The shelter's collapsing.
But yeah, it immediately used Dragon Rage. Oh no, it wasn't in the first gym. It was Sprout Tower. But yeah, immediately used Dragon Rage and just wiped his entire team.
Surrender, and we'll lead you to safety.
Even though there is a setting in the... Because they thought they'd triggered a setting in the randomizer that prevented that from happening. Because, like, that is a thing that you can do. Prevent, like... Basically things that can screw your ability to play over from actually being done. But apparently for Brett's one, it wasn't there, so... Kind of caused a problem.
Which one was it?
Who built this? The lowest bidder?
Which one was what?
Which thing that could screw him up was it?
Well, the one that means that Pokemon at the very beginning of the game can have Dragon Rage. Or Sonic Boom, so fixed damage moves. Because while they've only randomized the encounters, they haven't randomized moves or abilities.
Obviously, there's also Wonder Guard.
Yeah, that's another setting as well. Actually, no, I think that's in the same... It depends what program they're using. If it's the same one as me, Wonder Guard, Dragon Rage, and Sonic Boom are all in the same option.
Is it PK Hex or...?
No, I can't remember what one I use is for the randomizing.
PK Hex has them separated.
Yeah.
The moment they sent the regulators here, it was obvious.
Bear in mind, yeah, my one does not work with the DS, with the 3DS games.
PK Hex does.
Yeah, so that's a newer one.
PK Hex works with all of them.
Yeah, my one only covers Game Boy, Advance, and standard DS.
Kill everything. Makeb will become totally uninhabitable.
Yeah. So yeah, PKX is obviously a newer one, so...
Or just a better one.
I'll let Chancellor Suresh know Makeb won't be joining.
Well, again, it's obviously a newer one because if it has the 3DS ones in there anyway.
I never said we were out of options. I think there's a way to save.
But yeah, but yeah, so they only randomise what Pokemon they're finding and fighting,
It's not personal.
not what their like I say, moves and abilities are. But yeah, a level 7 Garchomp has Dragon Rage.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, and as I said, it just because none of Brett's Pokemon had more than 30 odd HP, it just one shot every single one of his.
You made it. We followed Prosk's signal and
And because it's a Garchomp, it's also monstrously fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, they did have a plan in case they kind of got killed off at the too early in their playthroughs, although they were not expecting it to be by this cause or to even need it. Rather than boxing every single one of the Pokemon because they didn't have it, this is still right at the beginning of the game when you don't have spare Pokemon. It's just you make a sacrifice. Oldest Pokemon first. So his starter was sacrificed. So he then had to because he just got 5 Pokemon. Where is this? Where are these things on the map? It really doesn't make it clear where on the map the zone is. So let's just go back to the transport. So yeah, he just had to sacrifice his starter Pokemon.
Right.
But then, unfortunately, he got after a bit of grinding, he got nuked again. So had to sacrifice another Pokemon. I think by the end of it, he'd lost like half of the Pokemon he'd had.
Ouch.
Yeah, like that. Then he got rid of before he got through that. But then it was always this concern because later on in Sprout Tower, he ran into a Dragonite, which at that low level would also have access to Dragon Rage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just like great. But yeah, thankfully they've. Yeah,
why didn't they just call it like, the Dragon Rage inducing series?
Well, it's not. That's not the main part of it, though. So.
I know, but it was like rage inducing but it's just because it's a joke.
Yeah. But yeah, now they are up for. What is it? Brett's now. He's just heading towards the Red Gyarados. Alex is still at the 4th gym.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
So yeah. Although Alex has also lost his starter Pokemon. So.
Well, maybe we should do something like that.
I have tried doing Nuzlocke, and I always am destroyed right at the very beginning.
Well, then it'd be practice. Maybe we make it a soul link.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of all your Pokemon. I'll tell you that right now. Like, there was one Sunday stream I did. I did 9 starts, and I was dead the moment I could catch Pokemon.
I mean, they do have a ruling with the PokeTubers that I watch where you can't lose until you've caught your first Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. I catch the first Pokemon, and then both my Pokemon die. I never get anywhere.
We suspected McKeb was becoming unstable, but I had no idea things were this bad.
I mean, that's just a standard.
It's a learning process.
Look, I did 9 of these starts.
Like I said, learning process.
How? It's not a learning process because it's called being screwed by the game's RNG with the randomizer.
McKeb's people must stand together.
Because what can you do, especially when you then run into a Pokemon that has Shadow Tag as its ability, and Explosion?
The regulators who held me hostage were a chatty bunch.
Then
Mostly filthy
you
like
just
and bragging
re-randomize and
about it.
just
But the leader said something interesting.
try
He
again.
mentioned Project
Yeah, but that's just pointing out on the things like... Because that happened, bear in mind, with a Sunkern. Yeah. The freaking Sunkern. And it nuked.
The Huts clearly don't care who gets hurt with this ground quake. We
I
need to find
got
out
a
where it's
freaking...
Glad you feel that way. Because you need to see it.
Yeah.
You can find it.
It's a louse city.
I mean, I always
Maybe
set
we
the
do a
starters.
versus.
Hmm?
Maybe we do a versus. So you can beat the game first via, you know, Nuzlocke rules, that is.
Again, I will not last.
Why is he hiding outside the city? Did he get fired as security commander?
In a manner of speaking. The Huts put a death mark on his head.
Oh, not that weapon again. Death Mark was an annoyance.
We'll have to land a shuttle in the countryside. Expect plenty of regulators. Chief Hartwell's camp is hidden with these coordinates.
Don't die. You're all we've got.
Hey, that's Kira. Yeah, not Kira.
Kira, not Kira.
Because that is literally her character model, just in a different outfit, and even the pretty much the same voice.
Yeah.
It's not even just using the same like designer features. It is literally just, yeah, let's just use that character and shove them in a get the same voice person for him.
Yeah.
Subtlety. What subtlety?
So, why did Games Workshop think that the design of the toxic sacks was a good idea to not have just already stuck on to models?
Well, it's an option though, isn't it?
Yes, but it's an option that looks like a testicle. Someone could just take 2 of those toxic sacks and make an actual sack and stick them on another model.
Someone probably already has.
They probably have. Like, why? Why would they have done? Why have they done this?
Chief Hartwell, Shayla Wendesday sent us. Says you know a way into the Hut embassy.
Because people have become immature over the years.
Cleaned myself up. Made some lunch. Hut embassy's locked up tight. Used to have a fancy pants bureaucrat help.
Because they're about the right size if you stuck them on a Space Marine.
He's gone quiet. Probably dead. Good news is, cartel hasn't changed.
Though it would look weird given they have all the armor on.
Well, yes, but
I set up for them. Lazy huts.
When this is all over,
But-
we'll have to thank the
decent
Huts
culture.
for making our job simple.
They may be stupid, but they're still pretty good at killing folks.
Next there.
Come on inside the Hut embassy.
Put the.
Finesse 3 layers of security. First layer,
I mean, I don't know if they actually had the part be the toxic sack the entire time, because
Earth power generators.
have you ever seen, well, done anything, have you ever touched like the Tau battlesuit kits?
Power grid.
which one?
Any of them?
Yeah.
Because you know they have all like these, as well as all the guns you can attach, you have all like these little extra pieces you can put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the old editions, they were all, like, you had, yeah, all these different, like, support systems you could give them.
Didn't
But-
have the actual models, the actual bits for them.
Well, the bits they didn't really, like, say, this piece is used to represent it.
Yeah.
Terminal for
They've sort of tried assigning that in more recent editions. But even then, it kind of gets a little weird in some cases. Obviously, like, the shield generator was obvious that that was that part.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, you have, like, different, like, sensor things and whatnot, and it was just like, oh, yeah, they just look cool to put on and whatnot, and yeah, so as I say, it's more recent they've made them, like, this particular style of sensor equals this. This one equals this, and etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think also, like, the piece that's used for the drone controller is also one that's kind of been, you know, kind of obvious that that's what it was meant for from the very beginning. But yeah, like,
I mean, even the 8th edition kits really didn't make it clear which one was which.
They've
all the time.
They've kind of made it. Well, they've taken away a lot of options from each one of them now. Because, like, there used to be a lot of support system options, and then they kind of culled them when we went into 8th, and the 9th Codex has culled them a bit more. And what support system you're allowed is now based on what battle suit you are.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like in the codex, the older codex, of a crisis battle suit may take 4 items from the battle suit weapons or support systems list. Now it's just you only have, I think, like, crisis battle suit only gets 3 support system options, or 4. The broadside has its own selection. The riptide has its own selection. Like, there are some overlaps, but, like, it used to be, like, I think, like, there was like 7 or 8 support systems, and it was just like any battle suit could take any of them, with only a couple of exemptions. Like, a riptide couldn't take a shield generator, but then the riptide has its own shield generator to start with. You know, that sort of thing.
Right, now we're on Naboo. Jesus.
Well, at least you can't say the Hutts aren't cultured.
That's close.
I don't know why I went to fight these lot. Yeah, so it's so I think that might be a similar case for the Tyranids. Like, the parts were probably just there so you could have your own little decorative styling originally. It depends. They might have all had a purpose when they created them from the get-go.
I mean, they are toxic saps. That's what they're for.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when they first created them.
I don't know how long toxic sacs have been around for.
I think they were in their 4th edition book, but I don't know if they had them. I know, like, the Carnifex had them, because that was, like, a very brutal thing. Actually, I think for the Carnifex in the current codex, like, they just have the toxic thing just by default. It's no longer an upgrade on them.
Yeah, but for Gene Stealers and for Tarmagans, it's an attachment.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think,
I've
like,
just stuck 2 toxic sacs, one on each of the non-talon arms, more by the muscle, by the. You know what I mean. Where do these vines keep coming from whenever a battle starts?
Where do the what?
These vines. There are these weird vines that appear to latch onto me whenever a fight starts.
I don't know.
They just...
What, really? That person went past on a bike closer to you and you didn't aggro on him?
Like, just watch me when I go and aggro an enemy and see if you can see these vine things. Alright? Jesus. Right, you nearby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, he started fighting. Never mind. I guess we're going to
Going into the tunnel.
Oh, tunnel? There are the vines. Vines. These weird vines. I'll fight one of these sewer ginkses so you can see what I'm talking about. Right. Just keep a look on my character model. Okay?
Oh, well, I thought I was looking for mine.
Now just have a look at.
Okay, I'm watching.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's a healing probe that they come from.
Yeah, but it seems to shoot off in from a large distance away.
No, I saw it come down above your head.
For me, it came out from like the left. It was coming towards me from a different angle entirely. Like, not even from my companion.
No, because like the drone comes down from above. That one came from the side.
I see it. I see it.
I think it's because maybe it's because like in those times you're moving. So obviously the drone will summon on a spot.
Maybe. I just killed these things in one shot. I'm so strong. One eternity later.
Won't have to worry about those turrets.
So yeah, it's oh, weird. I don't know why I went this way.
I don't know why either. Why are you following me?
Because you were
I
ahead.
don't know where I'm going.
I have a feeling we're going to come back here, though.
Probably.
I mean, that said group phase, that red wall, so...
Oh dear.
No.
Bad.
I was trying to just climb a thing, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm stuck. Oh, I'm on top now. Everything's okay. I was glitching into the crate.
Your companion... Oh, there we go. I was having trouble climbing on this thing. Thank you for aggroing them, buddy.
Much obliged.
That passcode will open the embassy's main doors.
I'm gonna have to kill these ones.
That should take care of the security drives. The Hut Embassy's all yours. Mind your step there.
Into the Hut Embassy.
They're non-threats.
Yeah, but they're slowing me down for some reason.
I mean, they're aggro on me as well.
You know how everyone's kind of hoping that Sprigatito will be remaining on all four legs?
No,
Even
I
into
did
the
not
final
know
evolution.
people were obsessing on that.
Well, yeah, because people kind of want it to stay on all four legs, unlike Incineroar, which started standing on two legs. Well, there's a rumor that it's also going to start standing on two legs.
I still have no idea who I'm going for.
I'm going for Fuecoco, the fire lizard. I'd have thought you'd go with Sprigatito because Kitty.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, I normally end up with the grass type starter. There's only been a couple of exceptions.
Acknowledging new ident code. Greetings,
Martin's
Senior
one will
Commander
probably be the
223.
water.
Just as well we reprogram these because, yeah, no one questioned the dead body on the floor.
Feel free to inspect the embassy. You will find everything in order.
So, just give me a sec.
Apparently these lot did not get the memo.
Just stick with the 5 toxic sack, so.
He's coming for you.
I'm coming. All that's left to build are the ptarmigans.
Need
Wait, please. I'm an unarmed civilian. Representative Eklund with the McKeb Provisional Authority Council. I'm the official liaison to the Hutt Cartel. Whatever you need, I'll make sure you get it. Just don't hurt me.
I ought to take your head back to Shalem as a present. You sold out to the Hutts, didn't you?
I am working with them. Shalem doesn't understand the situation. Like it or not, the Hutt control McKeb now. Our only option is to cooperate, make the best of our new situation. Instead, Shalem stirs up trouble. He doesn't realize how much worse the Hutts could make things for us.
The Hutts aren't here to rule McKeb. They're here to destroy it. Their deep drilling has destabilized the planetary core.
Why would they do that? McKeb is an investment for them. If they destroy the planet, they lose their assets. Besides, most of the Hutts are here on the surface. If the planet explodes, they go with it. It's illogical.
The Hutts have something called Project Failsafe, but they'll push this planet to the brink of destruction before using it.
Say I believe you. Wouldn't I want definite proof before risking my life to stop them? If this Project Failsafe exists, there must be some record of it in the Embassy's archives. I'll get you access to them. But the Hutts are on high alert. They've already summoned reinforcements. You'll have to deal with them. I'll meet you in the archive room.
You're a Hutt conspirator. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
You're marked for death. I am not. If I die because I'm standing next to you when the shooting starts, you can't access the archives. And if Shalem's right, McKeb will be truly doomed. I don't think you want that on your conscience. You worry about those reinforcements. I'll make sure we can access the Hutt archives. Good luck.
You ran the wrong way, you idiot.
Even if I stuck... No. I was gonna say, even if I stuck 2 of the toxic sacks on all of the ptarmigans, I think I might have still some spare. But no, I don't think I do. I think it's exact. Oh, I've pissed off the droids.
Ugh, jeez.
Security protocols have been disabled. Eklund came through.
Almost. I ran when I heard the fighting. Let me finish this. The Hutt in charge of McKeb is named Taboro. If Project Failsafe exists, there should be some reference to it in his communication logs.
I assume you've met Taboro. What's your take on him?
He isn't your typical Hutt. Quick profits matter less to him than long-term gains. Yeah, a hollow from someone named Vidrig as a Project Failsafe tag. Let's see what it says.
Greetings, O great and glorious Taboro. I'm happy to report that Project Failsafe is both on schedule and under budget. Your grand arc is approaching completion.
I have a bad feeling about this.
As these schematics illustrate, the arc's
jeez.
ingenious outer layer will completely shield the vessel and its precious contents from McKeb's atmospheric unpleasantness. The cargo hold will store your entire Isotope 5 stockpile, while your chosen few companions travel in luxurious comfort on the Ark's upper decks.
I don't care about Taboro's private luxury barge. I need to know how the Hutts plan to keep McKeb from ripping apart.
Look at the size of that vessel. It is the Hutt Failsafe. They'll fly away in their ark and leave McKeb's people to die.
Mighty Taboro, may I suggest replacing the standard passenger cabins with deluxe suites more suited to a Hutt of your stature? I can easily add them before the Ark's completion.
Someone needs to make that Hutt suffer. I nominate me.
Can I change who's nominated to the droid standing here with us? It's kind of his specialty.
We'll see.
thought there were millions of people in the cab. Will they all fit inside that ship?
You saw the schematics. If we convert the cargo hold for passengers, the Ark should have enough room for everyone. There are only so many places the Huts could hide such a massive project. We have to find it.
Maybe it's time to interrogate Vidrig's employer. Where do we find that slimy hut?
Deborah would never trust a native like me with his location. Besides, we need to get our hands on the Ark first. I'll scour these archives and transmit everything I find to Shedule. Given the circumstances, I feel rather unsafe remaining here. There's a shuttle pad nearby. If you remove the guards and unlock the shuttles, we could all fly away safely.
Okay.
When will Mario Kart 9 be out?
Whatever replaces the Switch.
Yeah, but you did. That's what you said about Splatoon 3.
Well, they wouldn't be doing all this DLC right now for 8 if they weren't planning on... Well, if they were planning on a 9 for the Switch.
True.
That's the only thing that really pushes to 9 not until next console.
Well,
Because at least with Splatoon's Octo expansion, that... Wait, what?
different mission steps.
Return to Chief Hercule.
Defeat the shuttle guards.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we gotta go all the way back. I mean, all the way back. I mean, I should be able to make it there easily. You're probably gonna have the one with the toughest job. All the way back down here. Literally just going all the way back. Across this entire section.
Why do all the enemies have to be in my way?
Because they wanted to say I. And die. Alright, I'm back by the group phase.
No. No! Whew, that was close. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I can't enter because it's red. Yeah, it will not let me in.
Ah, great. Thanks, Swaddle.
Well, I'll be back at the end site waiting, I guess. Boy.
Good thing is, everything else seemed to do its job fine. It's just the last bit that didn't want to work. There was a singular guard. A singular hangar guard.
Wait, then it should have failed for me as well then, that's weird. Makes that even weirder because it should have counted for me, that.
Report your ailments.
Yep, it was just a single guard.
You are
Yeah,
fit for duty.
yeah,
Return to
that's...
your post.
And steal the shuttle. There we go.
But yeah, if one was still alive, that shouldn't have succeeded for me then.
Shalem told me to guide you through right away.
We're already analyzing the project failsafe plans Representative Eklund transmitted to us. They're sickening. Tomorrow the HUD is masterminding the greatest crime in galactic history. The Beedrick's Ark. They'll escape McKeb and leave us all to die. We can't let that happen.
We can't take the Ark for ourselves until we hunt down its construction site. Found any clues yet?
Linda was just reviewing that data.
I matched the Ark's construction site map to topographic readings. The Ark's being built at a secret facility inside the giant sphere. That's a big tourist track, a mesa with a hollow interior. Too dangerous to colonize, but perfect for hiding the Ark's construction.
If the Ark is the Hutt's only escape, they'll have it locked down tight. What security measures will we face?
Not sure yet, Master Jedi. But we have probe droids gathering intel right now. Contact me when you're the giant spear. I'll help you plan this attack. Won't be an easy fight.
Don't look at me. I've got a city to evacuate. Good luck.
Okay.
What he meant by that was he's got a wine cellar to empty before.
Yep.
Plans are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Oh, there was one of these satellite terminals. GSI satellite's already tracking your location. Oh.
Yeah, because we activated it when we... in another spot.
What is that all about then?
It's one of the, like, the side things they added during a, between thing, like the, just these extra post, main story mission things you could do. It's one of the reputation groups.
Alasov, we're at the giant sphere. What have you got for us?
Was that probe droids to scan the zone ahead of you? Everything's not good news. Regulator fire teams are patrolling the site. Some of Vice Commandant Grevin's finest, backed by top lieutenants from the Hutt cartel. Everyone's packing military hardware.
Let them pack all the hardware they want. Won't be the first army we've wiped out.
Fair enough.
That came out more seriously than the option made it seem.
Only cartel representatives carry them. Guess the Hutts only trust the regulators up to a point. You need to find the cartel's top lieutenants and get their key cards.
Hutt lackeys don't deserve to live. And I'm feeling especially vindictive today.
Happy hunting. Contact me when you've unlocked the blast door. I'll let you know if we find anything else in these files. Good luck.
Down with the Hutt sympathizers.
I mean, seriously, what good have the Hutts brought in the entirety of Star Wars?
Nothing. What are they good for? Absolutely nothing.
Got a key card. Two. And for once I'm actually getting, the stuff.
Combat efficiency.
You not got the cards?
Yeah, but we need to defeat the security forces.
We were probably going to do that as we moved on.
Yeah, well, you always stick around and do those things. It was my turn to
I
be
have,
like, hey,
well,
we gotta do this.
The last few times I haven't actually done that.
Yeah, why did you start getting attacked by a forklift?
I don't know. That was red when we came down the thing. Well, I don't know whether we I hit it, when we were up above with the whatchamacallit, well, yeah, with an AoE. Oh, where's this place?
Going up or down, who knows?
Probably down.
Probably.
Okay, so.
Alasov, we're through the blast door.
Good. Seal it behind you. There ought to be a control panel nearby. Scramble the security codes. That'll keep reinforcements from following you. Schematics for the arc construction site are a mess. Can't tell what half the symbols mean. Just do whatever it takes to secure the arc. Good luck.
Hi everyone. Do you have planning permission for that thing?
This is insane. My men are working triple overtime and we're still falling behind.
Work faster.
That's not... Look, we both know Vinden's getting off the top. If this keeps up, we'll never finish the arc.
You got a big mouth, Tierra. Maybe I'll shut it for you.
I'm getting a sneak preview of what happens behind Activision and EA and CD Projekt Red, etc., etc.
Yep.
Hey, I know you. Boro's offering a fortune to anyone who gets you dead.
Ah yes, money.
Yeah, do you think he'll pay you all that money or not just, you know, I don't know. I don't know, have you killed so they don't have to pay?
These cartel idiots won't listen to reason. I tried calling for help and get a blaster shoved in my face. The Huts work us to death, treat us like slaves, no, like animals.
We're here to commandeer the Ark for the people of Makeb. Once it's secure, you and your men will be freed.
We're working 18-hour days, no breaks, no visits home. It's all on Friedrich's orders. And then break their backs, building his Ark while he steals everything not bolted down. Thanks to Friedrich, the Ark's weeks behind schedule. My crew can't finish the ship while that slimy Deveronian's selling off its components.
That stupid Deveronian may have doomed the whole planet. I'll make sure he dies first.
Don't let him talk his way out of this. He's good at the chatter. I'll tell my crew to lay low. Put Friedrich in his place, and we'll help you out however we can.
I'm slay a devil.
Do you think we have the right equipment for it?
Should do.
Okay.
As long as we don't have to pay $5,000, $10,000.
No, I'm just more concerned if he...
Kill a devil.
No, I was more concerned that he might just start stamping things.
Still can't decide what to put in the sonic shower. Felucian glimmerstones look so elegant, but I love Rylothian onyx tile.
Feel free to go solve your interior decoration.
Oh, come on, that's not...
The entire facility is now Republic property.
The option... When I selected my option, it was... decisions. As if I was meant to have a sarcastic response there. It gets really irritating when, like, when your character does not say what your option implied. It was that seemed so much cooler when it looked like it was a sarcastic option.
Yeah.
As if I was going to be playing along with their
Come
thing.
on, really? Okay. I force pushed this droid off.
Oh! Heck, I just walked through the fence. Like
Problem. Oh, he just walked off the edge. Oh, no. Where is it?
He just respawned back up here.
Oh.
I mean, it is actually a thing where it says defeat his droids, so...
Well, the victory music started playing before.
Yeah, I know, but it did, you know.
Never let it be said I'm not generous in defeat. You can have this incredible marvel of starship design at a 20% discount. 30%?
Do you prefer quick executions? I'm leaning towards slow and painful myself.
Oh, that's exactly the sort of one that HK likes.
Yeah.
But she's almost ready to fly. Besides, being incomplete means there's room to customize. Let me live, and I'll have this baby ready to leave the atmosphere in no time. You won't find a better offer, trust me.
I'm just going to let the... did you take the dark side option?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm just going to let this fill in, because I don't want to take it away.
I'm in no mood to negotiate with a greedy fellow. You earned your fate.
Off camera, HK just walks up to the ledge and shoots him as he
This
falls.
one's actually useful. We can put him to work.
Anything you want. I'll get my welding gloves.
Just not over the banister, please.
Contact with the outside in weeks.
Over the railing. Just anything but going over the railing.
Does anyone read?
Loud and clear, Tierra. We sent those Republic forces. What's the Ark status? Is it secure?
The Ark's only half finished. There's no way we can evacuate the planet with this pile of junk.
Evacuate the planet? What are you talking about?
We can't just give up. Stand by.
Foreman, this is Shedule Avesta. McKeb's core is tearing apart. We can't stop it. That Ark is our people's only hope of escape. If I send you every able body I have and guarantee your safety, can you finish the Ark in time to evacuate our world?
I'll blasted well try.
The Huts are surely organizing a counterattack. We're forming a battle plan to defeat it. We'll brief you back here. Hurry.
If the Huts are striking back, should we leave these workers and the Ark unguarded?
You lock the main blast door. We can hold out until reinforcements get here. Vidrid kept a private shuttle pad nearby. You can take us.
Yeah, that means they've got a way to get in. Like, if yeah, like, the way this shuttle is going to go out, they'll just come in.
Yeah.
It's not a very well thought out plan, dude.
No. It's almost 10 o'clock.
I mean, if you're tired, we can call it at this
Word is
point.
spreading about the Ark.
Yeah.
The only reason my
Might be a
people
good
are
idea.
holding together is because you've given them hope.
The Ark's missing more than a few vital components. We're still a long way off from loading it with evacuees.
Foreman Tiero is one of the best shipmen on McKeb. He'll get the job done. If we protect his construction site. We intercepted priority signals from the cartel. Every regulator in this hemisphere has been ordered to retake the Ark at all costs.
If we knew the regulator army's staging point, we could potentially cut them off.
The surest way to close any deal is by blocking the competition from bidding.
Some refugees know how to use a blaster. I'll organize the security force to protect the Ark. Navigator, we'll need your shuttle. Come on.
My people are scouting for regulator activity and reporting what they find. We've identified one major staging area.
The Fingers. Originally one mesa, until a quake redecorated the place. now, it's held together by a series of interconnected energy fields, light bridges.
Regulators
Yeah, and people also write messages on them. Those messages read, "Try finger, but hole."
And, you know, look at beauty, whatever, yeah. Whatever they wrote, you know, in front of
Without their most powerful
Gwendolyn.
armaments, the regulators won't
Yeah.
be nearly as
Gwendolyn,
dangerous.
Guinevere, sorry.
They might even surrender.
They'll certainly give them something to think about. We know the Regulators' army also includes war droids and a battle platform. They're still scouting for those.
Translation. He's finding lots of ways to risk your life.
Oh, there we do have.
You can't have a reason to always come back.
Flirting with disaster.
So yeah, we do have same sex options as at this point for flirting. But yeah, I think like the relationship stuff isn't until like the third part of the Fallen saga. Alright, let's just sell off the junk. Do like that they made it so that when you get reputation items, it just auto applies.
Yeah, that's nice.
Where are my standings with? So I'm maxed on that one. I am about to become a hero of McKeb.
Where is it again?
Legacy, reputation.
I am about to become a friend of McKeb.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got Underworld Exchange maxed.
Yeah, that's the only one I have maxed.
I haven't even... yeah, I've nearly got Outsider with the Bounty Brokers.
I've got none with the bounty brokers.
Yeah, I think because I tried some of them when they first did it. You know, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm on Friend with Citizen of McKeb. I am... I'm newcomer on Coalition Force on Yavin 4. That's the Shadow of Revan stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Galactic Solution Industries. I'm at hero rank on that. I don't recall ever doing their missions, so I don't know how I've ranked it up. Because we see that, like I said, the GSI terminals, that's them.
Yeah.
Rishi, I don't remember when I did that stuff.
16 days until the Shadows of the Underworld season ends.
Rishi, I am hero rank. Republic 5th Assault. I haven't even made Outsider yet. I've nearly done. That's the Section X one. Republic First Fleet. I'm at Newcomer. That's... Kuyat Drive Yard missions. I don't remember that. Some of these things I've tried when they first did it, and then I kind of haven't touched them since.
Yeah.
Outsider rank with the Republic Hyperspace Armada. Heroic Space missions and New Eclipse missions. Again, I don't remember those. Thorn, that's the Rat Ghoul outbreak stuff. Friend. Gree Enclave, I am nearly champion. I want to do some more Gree missions the next time they activate the Gree event, because there's some stuff I want that I need to be champion rank for. Voss, I am at hero. Then I haven't done Dantooine, Horizon's Razor, Imperial Force on Icolith, yeah, because that's from one of the more recent expansions. Manan Reputation, temporary. Yeah, that's okay. Onderon Royal Guard, yeah, because there's a lot of these ones I haven't started are from the Eternal Empire saga. Public Forces Iconith, Strike Team, Oricon, Adjudicators, Blatant Bex, Pit Scream, yeah. Alright then. Well, Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll catch anyone next time. Night.
Oh,